So for now, do about UTV. No, see, I'm bringing cast boss so sabre the same for 7 why shemuno. Eno any dani echi ediamamo ene edimre. Na yatena since we but the democracy no ebi enie. Gana buying etisi also for sure my inside self so etrese. Abanye boabo na ensase ya binding na no de gumkrata so ediaba beche o man no ema.
Sanso ena onmunya for Samuel Bujina poswa for sure ensase no oboade ne paso edia tudwa se. Enye no kreda se ensase a eye omanma ne dia no aban ajeje atonton.
Yakwan dis amanyoko rum atwotwo for penny edema amanyoko ne owura fififi abi kweto chese nei kwan aban ati so no ebu oman ni ntene oman ne krakra no eyade a ayira.
Voter exhibition exercise ye nyina ye kwa akohwe se ye din ne ye niema ewa abato ngoma bibia deda na akwan mu nya ne nte se dwumadie ebehya ase abusumi ne de to so aduo.
Nyame yadoma afi oman Ghana ma ekwa akoto aba December abusumi no mu na eye mampani na mrahye bedwa oda woni checking tampo nota o ma mu gina apre abato no atoto ma no ne oman ma no achede ombetumi aye edi ama mensin no.
Sanso ene ye hwe anim safi ye beto aba UTV kase ye kopie mu ewosuhum ekohwe se de adehia hoboa esi eko.
Enyuma ko bi na aso yasin.
Eye this way chocolate drink ye se de ewuhia ne nso hye special ice mineral water ne drinks assault ni nyina. Best point savings and loans, best assurance and a best pension. O madama eni nyumeku nkaye bi no maso yimu a ye de ensemi eba kenkan for ye me abana ba yi nya no mene.
Enim ado afi ye ba ransiro na ye ko NDC amanyoko no asoye na ne eye nyina nim se oman Ghana ma ye nyina ye hwe amanyoko ahodo no mo pre tumi se omo eba be tumi oman Ghana so na shibedwa ene sa mampani so edie na NDC amanyoko ntocho for penny edema mo eyura fifi avi kwete no okasa eno de nsem atudwa se ene kwan amanyoko MPP empanifo ebu oman Ghana nti oman ne kra aye oman Ghana man kra no kra no enya ade a eti ho yi.
Imagine having to fight a people who have no conscience, a people who believe that election is just about telling any lie for power. I mean, how do you fight this group? Now, people who can tell you that when they come to power, they will give to every constituency $1 million. And they knew that there's no way they can do it, but they promise it. I mean, how do you fight this? A group that tells you that when they come to power, they will change this economy from taxation to production. And they know that there's no way they will do it, but for them, say anything for power. Sometimes it sounds as if it's just politics. But listen, it is bigger than politics. It is the very soul of our country that is in jeopardy. And you young people, you must actually realize the danger that confronts the country because of what MPP represents. The biggest problem of the MPP is not even their corruption. The fact that they are so corrupted this country. It's not even their deception. What hurts the most is the fact that in addition to all the injury that they have inflicted on the people of Ghana, they add insult to that injury by telling us that we do not see what is happening. And that is the part that kills me. Often I feel sad for John Mahama, because when you work so hard and you now have to come back to actually come and take the country from a lower place than you met it in 2009 to now start working again, it is sad, it is painful. But that is the cross that he has been given. And we need to work hard for him to come back so that the beginning of the resetting of our country can happen. And for this party to ensure that we work hard so that MPP does not come close to power for a very long time. Desperation for power is dangerous. Prof. Mills often said, I am not desperate to become a president. Nana Akufo-Addo showed to this country that when you are desperate for something that does not belong to you, when you get it, you destroy not just yourself, but you destroy millions of people. I see Bawumia struggling today to become president of Ghana. Nana Akufo-Addo may be absolutely terrible, but trust me, if I'm given a choice between Nana Akufo-Addo and Bawumia, I tell you I will choose Nana Akufo-Addo over Bawumia any day. Because Nana Akufo-Addo may have all kinds of problems. He's arrogant, he's corrupt. All he thinks about is that they should prepare a good speech so that he can read, because that's what he knows how to do, read a speech. But for Bawumia, everything that he says, you cannot trust it.
Na voter exhibition exercise say ye bi abato nwomanu mato honom na adeshi nyina akwa se omudin no omo nsem bi ewo mu bibia deda na akwan mu no enya ne ntie se dwumadie yi ebehya ase wo busumi ye benada ne da etoso aduonu ne ebekwa akowie ne busumi no ne da etoso aduonu nso eno na akofa ama panyi eba ne ntete a woda no ewo abato commissar Dr. Srebo Kweku edi atodwa se wo mo register ye afi 2020 afi 2023 eni afi obi ahwese sa exhibition yobeko akohwese ni bibia edida na akwanmu
exhibition che say edina atwere ni na from 2020 to date no ye dey call your police stations no bi akohwe bebia oto na ba say ni din wo mfo nso wo so bi din free ma ye free na when we say police station then na ye be from 20th of August this month and ye brother be now to be 27th of August. Ndio dobe ne say obako ba bia do to about trouble no na wo do card akọ wo do card kwa unya duru ho na o ma be da kan na ama ba wo card ayire so mpa wo de kọ ukokodu ho a o ma hwa ma na wo say wo card ayire eno ma mo bre eno be che kakra wo say afi na nkọ hwedi no ba wo kra card dia na ma no betuma ma hu ntam na dia ya ama ana wo ne because wo kodu ho a 1 ba bia hu udin no upon 7 December bakakoto waba 2 ehwe wudin no wo parents no bibia ya correct mfonso ho a bisa omayama 3 wunmo bia akotwe ne din a wonyanya dabre no nyanya mfedu nwotwe anasa wonya Ghana ni ho da bakono akoche se din wei minu no onya na mfedu nwotwe anasa wonya Ghana ni na yefim anasa hunipa bi ana hunu bi ya twe din wo free ma reza ni for atiase for nya wufo ndo bi e afrim bia no so betuma akọ wabo na ekoyi di na afrim na nipa dodo se na ebeto aba wo police station wono eno so ina ebechide ndi wa ucho din 2020 2023 2024 elementary station na 24 mo papa nyina no edi na bako ana wa wa cho dim na abo ba akodo odin bako multiple list no kede within the main race anymore and they were nyina so be say man ba sa no a so be kirem na akwese bia e betuma ye fruit abaret anymore ana obi challenge o ana se be ye ka so be afrim e bia yen sa na tie na mfo so na ba ya so be chiboko the exception citizen mo no wa chere na use edin so afrim aba de bia no bi 18 including a dakra mpo na e bato aba no and the race need to be say e be indifferently yen ti ase biom say e bi nam say be exhibition ni. It is a workers out was our better exhibition. Brancy, yeah, we are part of one provisional register. And say exhibition we say a final register.
Yet once I said, oh, abato and Simu Dr. Srebo Kweku, no, and a bat in the Tennessee Church, abato on Sema, or no, and a dash medino, and no electoral commission. Now, what one and some so Akasabi matches say, Libya, na amanyukunu ebi ebom so bo se abato no kra no mobom timupo de betime din kunune no na wakasa kirem se dwumadi omudi ye tru din ye hwehwe ye din na ye print ballot papers ni ade nyina ye tokra na ye kenkan ni nyina no amanyukufo no eka ho binti dwumadi no mu nyina no mudi no mu wiade obedi nkudim no ono electoral commission no e de abeto abontin
nyambo sisi ado mbo fele forms no 9th of September copy 10th of September 5 days in the day see was wa opeso gina bia no kofere nkata na fabra tisi ega se de ye candidate we Ghana ha ye ni presidential candidate ye ni parliamentary candidate tisi wa fere form no me aju otuma wi ansa the American say me my adwuma na che since 95 electoral commission for the time ndo be win e ye omo to aba no and in terms of one be win anything from the printing of the ballot papers any part phone na ye distribution of ballot papers any part phone na ye to aba ni wi a agent wa ni akan ne ama agency no bia copy do bia kura resource no nti unyanya police station resource na that kind of ka bom nti ye wusa de yina wi a e be na obituma ke say what the resource me nya 10 wa ha afi ko 5 na ye enye possible nti den go for bato no na echento na me nso bia nko no in campaign na say amount for 2 million ba ko no dia omenya say obaji commission din dia ye wo mama sem but enye bibia a chem say itimi de resource shey but any say gabane antokora kene sorry ani akase wo ya nwini ne ekọ ana ensan so tan enka man go for me janso mo hwese de ye no because mama obegina ho na unso wanya 10 na makwa ku na 15 na mama obegina ye dey it is de bia no based on the voters meka na ye de kama om enye possible keze wo ba try kwa enye possible because them can say at any stage bia nipa ho no ko we bia say man copy of the results until you say we police station the results man back na ni back no kwa hu nya say ba constituency because we don't office that man no kan bom onum da asie what I say it there's no way and keze bia na we say binyankopon no what my side no enye possible ni problem to me side no.
Yeto ansem ne so na afi Ghana Teacher Prize abaso bodwumedie no ebe baso na empanyufo adan no edi baso October bosomede etoso enum ni nyina bekoso KNUST suaponi mu eye Great Hall na ye ne so afo abedi ekira wo hwe enwumasua so onmunyamfo John intimfodwo ehwehwe nkomo ewo lanchen no ase
Noble professor ni nyina no ne e fa hye bia ma ya e ma teacher ni a o Ghana no etumi de nsase ne bo se mapa me ye professor ene de Ghana teacher license examination policy ba ye eno no e framework bi e bo aye ma e teacher fo tumi be ye professionals obi so ba obetwam o ba besesa no mesra teacher fo ye nimu an ye ko ye nimu an ye ko yesra empempenso amabredri ye say motumi nya abodini krata as a professional licensed teacher no we asafa na nyina wo de license kira obi abue kwan ma no enye sabre ne ebeko yachi ye nimu an ebeko na mom sa umasua peja e wo Ghana ha emene ye mofra kane no 2015 na emu 2% per na P2 eno mutumi kenkan ene over 38% to me kan World Bank for cancer bibi mamu hande we nkora edi mfiedu emudu ejina ho abakope na betumi akenkan no wo ba Ghana ha nkora be enum ede ko nsia out of 10 ene tumi kenkan wabra wo madi 10 na se eye teacher ni na aboa ene wo ko wayek Liberia, Nigeria, Sierra Leone ene Gambia nyina kambo mu no the top 3 prizes of wasi no Ghana for nkora ene wini ni nyina no ye de waseda e de ma teacher for enu ti sanka nyum bi wa ye bisa enkwa nwe anka kempalota nyum ni e bisa ma ye teacher for e sanse asida ya yakopon asira ye teacher for a won edi mu e wo Ghana ha ye da wo mo ase ye mo mo ayeko
has inspired and motivated thousands of teachers across the country to strive for excellence in their profession. As we recognize and celebrate distinguished teachers, we encourage them and make them examples to their colleagues to also follow. It is my hope that the Ghana Teacher Prize will continue to serve as a platform for innovation, collaboration, and continuous improvement in the teaching profession.
A teacher for the person inclusive methodologies and a betrayal. Na yaka say na o say aban so asudie say aban so ebeboa ama akade teacher for ne hia a o betumi use inclusive methodology o mo to etumi use say yaka say emum ni frani ene obi o eba fine ene obi a o need them o wunyina enter classroom back na enter o made we try a new teacher obenya a new strategy a new teacher a obetumi that teacher some afraid and then akade a computer na dey try the teacher for so it makes some professor may issue smart boards it now say class be change step be across we call classroom or we feel say or part of
Sabri bejina hana edi adese amam se twa ye ho ne edi aseda edi kan ama ya boafo ye ba beto akasebo na eso. Jaffa Makwaba yetwa kasebo no so swafo a ohwe omansa asesem ene de obade ede amaye so ye honorable Samuel Abu Jinapo no nyamfo echese oman ensa ase yewo edu bia da nchinuwa aba ho de ye aban ne dia odidi dwumane no ene ne one nsentwofo ahia de nsem atodwa se sese de aban ene naso ye ne baba ne se ombete bi sansem nyina egu krata so na oman no ehu nsase a eye aban ne de se ne be ya obi ko won hu asase we de abano dia eyomane dia nti ni kwan se meko ekofa.
Public lands of our country are safe and government is working to protect them while ensuring their judicious use. What is our ultimate and overarching consideration is always the public interest. The people who sold some of our public lands, which has resulted in some misunderstanding and litigation with some public institutions, have had a temerity to turn around to accuse this government of the very acts they perpetuated. Fortunately, the records are still intact and we know who sold these lands, which have been repackaged as evidence of state capture. In the spirit of transparency, the President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has directed the compilation of a list of all public lands that have been transferred, leased, sublet, or sold since the inception of the Fourth Republic on 7 January 1993. A dedicated team of men and women at the Lands Commission are working to put together this list, the details of which will be made public once the exercise is complete, and the Ghanaian people will have the opportunity to scrutinize this list and make conclusions for themselves. Let me hasten to add that the grant of public lands for development in and of itself is not necessarily wrong. As population grows with competing needs for land, it becomes necessary to change the use of some of these lands to meet the developmental needs of the nation. For instance, the Labone and South Labone estates were originally acquired in 1902 for coconut cultivation, but had to be given to the State Housing Company to develop them into a residential area. The lands at Botema, which now hold the Botema Estate, Sports Complex, and Aquatic Center, were acquired for livestock farm in 1940. Airport residential area, as well as portions of Airport West and East Legon, were originally acquired for aerodrome services, but have been developed into one of the prime areas of our capital city. Cantonments and switchback residential areas, parts of Roman Ridge, Jowulo, and Achimota residential area are just a few of such examples. Should thus be, what use was a particular land put to? Does it serve the public interest? Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as managers of public lands, we are not oblivious of our fiduciary duties to the people of Ghana, and under the able and outstanding leadership of President Akufo-Addo, we will continue to discharge these duties transparently, anchored on the highest standards of integrity, candor, and utmost good faith to ensure the protection and judicious use of public lands in the public interest and for the ultimate benefit of the people of Ghana, the true owners of these lands. I am happy to report to the country that the public lands of Ghana are intact and secured under this current government.
Na dwumadie kro ya se odmunyafo Samuel Abu Jinapo sign de to aso biemu se nya nokre se aban wei ebaye wafa ne tumi so e de nsa ato oman manensa aseso e na ode ye nea ope.
These bungalows in question were, however, sold as far back as 13th July 2015 to a company named Frames Oil Company Limited, following an approval granted by the then Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable Ni Osa Mills, on 2nd June 2015. Is it therefore not surprising, ladies and gentlemen, that the very people who supervise the sale of this property to Frames Oil Company Limited will turn around and accuse the Akufo-Addo government of state capture? For the Du Bois Center, as we have explained in the press release of 16 July 2024, the Lands Commission The manager of public lands and the repository of records of land transactions has no pending application for the transfer of this land. For the avoidance of doubt, the land in question, as we speak, remains in the name of the Du Bois Center. That land has not been sold. Ladies and gentlemen, the above examples clearly shows that the allegations of state capture and the narrative that this government is indiscriminately selling public lands are all palpably false, without merit, and obviously actuated by political considerations given the heated political season we find ourselves. Indeed, the evidence shows that the Akufo-Addo government has been meticulous in protecting public lands in the public interest. On 17th August 2021, with the approval of the President of the Republic, a policy directive was issued to the Lands Commission pursuant to Article 2582 of the National Constitution to, and I quote, refer all transactions relating to the grant of any interest in public lands to the office of the Minister for prior approval, end quote. This was to ensure that the President, in whom these lands are vested, discharges his constitutional duty in an informed manner. The directive further stated, and I quote, any deed executed without the approval of the President through the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources will be deemed void, as same will have been done without the authority of the President in whom these lands are vested, end quote. In Northern Region, for example, the Regional Lands Commission has been directed to reverse a number of leases over public lands granted to private developers without the prior approval of the President in accordance with this policy directive. This followed a report of a three-member committee the ministry constituted to investigate allegations of transfer of public lands in the region. This is a testament to our unwavering commitment to protect public lands in the public interest. Apart from the above directive to the Lands Commission, a series of letters and correspondence have been written to all public institutions to utilize public lands granted them for the purposes for which they were granted only, and not to create any third-party interest in such lands without the express written approval of the President given through his minister responsible for lands.
Ewiase nyina ewo enhyehyɛ sɛ mframa ehumi koyi mu no ebrebia ewo sɛ ye mframa pa sɛ ne be ya enipa ho odin ebetumi akoyi na sanhyehyɛ mfimpimienu ene aduasa no ewiase nyina ahyehyɛ sɛ ewo sɛ etumi ete so be ohanchichemu aduasa na Ghana ede ne ho akombia enkran ena yehwɛ sɛ mframa enoma ye a ede ohaw mframa bone eba me ehome no yebe ete so na nei Ghana dia yebehwɛ na edi sɛ adwuma no na ewiase nyina Ghana aka ho bi no ene yoma da ne dwa sɛ yehwɛ ne ahome mframa pa ewo enkran ene ne mantemu no sɛ adwumadie no ebekoso.
Ekwa wondin and Clean Air Fund, C40 cities, and a Bloomberg philanthropist, and a count to my pamano, a yin kruba kobako and kono mechre 9 cities are and crying. And so can who be over here who say, and who's your kumu ko ream the news and so, and when you papa medinsono, or Bertrand what much to san crying, and so and so emphaso, or rather one appear, a country lead, at the McLean Air Fund Ghana Kui, or Kasai. And I'm on a 2 and then say this stakeholders a share. Na yabo de wo se mframa no emu na ho fine e won kran EPA ye nwuma de census ni bi asi census asisi krom yan so support projects the census ni bi nso aka ho by 65 but enye enough I was see etiminya a good network of census e be data na breathe aka project abey e be boyen because I release resources assembly state and you muye adwuma no almost a political commitment from leadership say almost no ye be adwuma to sa namon no na namon na ye to no capacity development ye ma assemblies no engagement ye for other civil society organizations where NBM you see build the grassroots organizations no mu who the quality of the air now we are exposed to say ye nim quality of air na ye breathing na no be kanyan em say and I'm going to for instance, no ebi a baller problem wo and so yeshi baller no a we see na ba na hunya nsusaso one e wo yeso ansana e san travel we see ni efin ni ade no e wo mframa mu no e travel
nti ebi odoma wo de officer wo yɛ okay enso na nsunsuaso ɛkɔ obi so asthma yare lung diseases ne ade ɛkɔ so nyina no ne nyina ɛkɔ so yɛ hu sɛ ebi wenye ball anko a cars no nso a use no maintenance lack of maintenance ne ade obedi cars achi ubohu se tutuo ne basa ne nyina na wonsusaso because ye home koye mu a enya nsusaso ye so
the air can say ye hu say air pollution no enye mpenyimfo epe na affect obia because obia te community no including mpenyimfo including nkola including nkofo mo the friend comorbidities say bi owo hypertension diabetes owo no heart problem issues no mu nyina wo community mu na afa ye hu say because omo ye nkola no omo lungs no enche dan develop yi na afa particulate matter niama eye pollutant enwo ewo say ekonipa mu na akomumu na contaminate omo lung function esa ne amana nti ehu se enkola na omu nyinyi ye na adache omu ba be ye mpenyimfo anka omu betumi ahwe ne amaso amaye no afi ade air pollution e affect omu ankole ompenyi ebe so se 30 no na nipa nenya asthma nipa no enya lung cancer ne sa ne amana nti e wo se ye ma ye ni ekọ enkola ne ho nti se bia maame wo fie na wo hweniama we chakola e wo so hu se fumes na eba no ebetumi apra obano lungs
Abra yegusu ehwe nim se afi yebeto abanu UTV kase yekopie mu ewosuhum abaton peso aso wepo ye mantem ye ne ade hye ne dinkita ho ye biso mo se anye bia enema ekoso yi mpuntunyuma na eba na afin so de pa no mbegina so e de ato o maba
UTV kasi ball your constituency watch team no wede wonani akire mu Kintampo North abaton piso aso na yemrase beje adwa wa ND Samonyoko ni di mu ache yi pa enempo urumanyamfo Joseph Kwame kuma yemrase beje ani no ND Samonyoko ni di mu ene opanyini wosom enam so ema urumanyamfo Isaac Amia Bafo abamens ni krachi asoro gina wa NP Samonyoko ni di mu amrase beje adwa no wo hweso obetumi age edi afri NDC fo ncham na constituency watch team ni mpenifo mienu kasa ya wani so de hunu nsusu ya de kodie nti osusu se Kintampo North addition to abanfa mo no or the two just say
me mansini musu yi Kintampo man so pa for me kita 45 electoral areas but me timi chama se man so private schools ni na so student support in school kwala mo koye ha no se bi enya izema awofo but because of allowance ni no ma ya ban promise nti no me fan no bi me why kakra at the support to the school kwala every ho yeah education monitoring and supervision no so maso directorate to no more as a member of parliament the science supply cement
Uzwa ehwe kasebo ewo UTV so sabre yebesan asre na da na ye honim pre ne so e de aseda ama yabo afore ye ba ba beto kasebo no eso
Abusiafo ye mamu nyina kwa ba ye beto ayensem no eso na sede ye hwe anim se ye be ya hoboa na afi ye beto aba no na UTV kase yakopie mu ewusu huma bato peso aso ene adehye honom adwetwe nkomo bi so mu se omumpuntu nyuma ekosei na afi nso de pa no mbegina so de ato aba afi
Akatuna bro near the about what so I will my gen when I'm so my UTV Casiapo, your constituency watch team and already when any chirimu, I was so whom about Tompiso so I will permanentemu. Na so whom you could cane na a shakra boku tala say 2012 and when you won't find who be a mensini. Wa bra 2012 about 20 pempe.
Na say no the two da.
Incumbent MP tamo buy for front na youth ni bi ejuma sem ni ade na style kakra but ofre meeting me kobi me ye madwuma dada ba me kokotina mu bi but omo bae no me hu se ebi mo esun adwuma nkitin bi ebi mo nso ko vocational school honom ekosua ade e wo honom saa ne de me hu se wa ya ade
afi ye time park roman obaye fat obaye ne fefe o kan so obaye sweater house o kan se obaye waye bibia me bibia to aron fine
Ogaso be twitwa kwan eye proto onia na kura onia bebi wote kodwa sante oboafo empinu ono wokotwa ne kwan ama no
ohye ni na me de me hu hwe me hu wo so obo ebinu na ye de bi endu ye nso na yen station women wo pamo yen wa ha ema ne ye twa yen wo kwa yesi ento aba ne ma ye wo se yen kɔ ne nche ono ye mp ni yen ko hu na eja ko me ka hu bibi ma yen ye kɔ oboafo fie first one me ye kosu wo fie wa ye hunu yes osan be kan se Sunday bi yen sambra yes na tifi yenfi ko honom yanko ho boafo so boafo no yen ayeto aban ma wafo obukura anya den amagu asofo ma no
meni amahu ni se mi segwa ogwa so beton ba yere yen gwa no mehu so wa ye gate atoto ano afi nso no Roman Park wa besiesie ho afi yen gwa so na light ni ha wasisi isi light ewo ogwadi mu nyina adesa kura ba bia ye han
osha adawafo ayewo station anom omo ebinim wa campaign nkola ode bi su adwuma akrabo supresu nankese asu kromo hankasa kura ode mu su adwuma
enu achire no adehye bi eni jesi amankwa akasa ya wo chichimu nema bi obehwe animu ansa na December bosumi abato no wode wo hu ahyem
ne amehwe fi ni ho se obema puntu djuma na bebia ye tena iton ade na patem lolu kwan no eni ho no on ye ready so be ye na wa papa kwan na ehihye nyesa ade sakra na ufigwa na aba na ufaka o se kwan we enye mi nko mi yo hima pa mi ntu aba so obi bedi ye no obi okon bedi obi de mi ntu aba papa so mo sisa won adwen sana ye pe no na so mo yama ye na omo wiri mfi yen na mo fi nkurase akotena krokatiem na sana ye pe no omo yama ye de na ye beto aba
me ntu aba me ye fu MPP pa me ye fu MPP pa bisa ana MPP ye di akoten me di mu koba by me ankasa me hwa me ntu aba afi
ye pe insakremu ye be so oman no koso ze wiase nyina wo kan oman na Ghana ka ho bi na me oba oman ba paninti esese me to aba na aba no anase oman ni nyame so mfaso
yeto ansem no so ana yekɔ afomante ukra efre ho biem so number 2 na amafo kyerɛ sɛ akwan ho hia ema omo abrabɔ na omo akwan ni ade a enkoyie na eno no omo srɛ mpanifo mansi no sɛ omo mra na omo meye emfama omo
Wamanfo ye wo BMSO number 2 anu wa hafano South East Mensin mu asantimanta machire mu a omakwan no enye kra tetia pansam ya ka krant mi mfaso ema enkwatwe no baye emfiri omafuom ema adwamanso omanfo no entobini na wamanfo no akire mu sem akwan na asan kra contractor mre bi wo hya sese wo ye adwuma wo kwan no so ema wo bedu so betututu gates ni adeade wo wie no ogya hokoye enam sa nti se nsuo no to etimi uhuru so hina ye gyae amanamna wɔ kwan no so enei sɛ nsuo tɔ aka akora ntimi ɛmfa so adraafoɔ nso akyire mu sɛm ɛnam amanamna no ɛwɔ kwan no so no enti no wɔn de wɔn kaa ne fa so ade sɛ abere bia wɔn de kɔfita mu ɛkɔsiesie ɛno nti na wɔn de adesrɛdeɛ ɛto aban no anim sɛ animanum yi a wɔnhwɛ na kwan na atete apansam no wɔn mɛsiesie ɛmfa ma wɔn sɛ na ɛbɛyɛ ɔmanfoɔ no asetena mu ɛbɛgyina brane
mfa nsɛ bɛyɛ sɛ mfie nan ni ɛna yɛnya nteɛ sɛ aban sɛ ɔba bɛyɛ ama yɛn ampa contractor ne bae ɔde mfidie bae ɛkyɛ aseɛ ɛyɛ na yɛni agye paa sɛ yɛnim sɛ yie bɛtoa yie afei deɛ wɔn ɛyɛ a wɔn ɛyɛ gutters no ne ɛyi afei yɛhu sɛ ɛsɛ wɔasesa mfidie no kɔ na yɛhwɛ sɛ wɔkɔ a wɔbɛsa no aba yɛhwɛ kwan ama a mfie ɛnan ni afei deɛ ɛkwan no nsuo totɔɔtɔɔyɛ a ɛyi bɔnka afei deɛ ɛkwan ayɛ ɛhaw kɛseɛ paa ɛde ama yɛn nti yɛn deɛ yɛsrɛ sɛ nadawroma sɛ ɔmo ɛmɔmɔdene mmra megu so kotar mfama yi
yɛdua no ba yɛbɔɔdeɛ bankye ɛburo ɛne mo ɛnam sɛ kwa ne nyinti ka ntimi ma ha ɛmefa nneɛma no ti sɛ yɛyɛ no ba yɛn lɛ ba yɛnyi obi ma metɔ ma yɛn obi so yare a yɛntimi nya ka amfane nkɔ ti yɛnsa de yɛnsa ɛyɛm yɛsɛ na naado sɛ nadawroma wɔn hu yɛ mɔbɔ wɔn mɛgua kwan so ma yɛn wo ngusu kotare ma ne ha obia to ntwa ma yɛn
so to a yɛntimi fa so kura yɛ sa yɛkoafuo wɔ kwan we so esuo to a ise yɛdi kwalenga ne to baabi ansa na yɛtima munamuna de akɔfie mbesira mu a ban bɛhwɛ kwan yɛn ma yɛ
driver for say amane a yɛ fam ne bra yɛ brɛ no ɛnya asɛm ketewa wokɔ baako mienu miensa desa car no de kɔ maintenance na afei unya sika kora na ade abakɔ homa ɛkwan ne nyɛnyɛn de ɛsra adɔfo aban ɔmaboa yɛn
yɛkɔ atete apansam yopo masa wotɔkɔ ba ɛni na wɔtwe mienu wotɔ shaft ɛni na wɔtwe mienu ɛde bɛti na mɛyɛ sɛ na anaasɛ abana anaasɛ yɛkwan no yɛnka Ghana ho bia anaasɛ sɛ ɛti aba te hɔ yɛto aba na afei de bɛso ama nipa yɛkɔgyina sɛ yɛba bɛto aba ɛde ama MPP anaasɛ NDC ɔmo yɛhwɛ deɛ yɛkwan nya yi mesrɛ mu ani die ɔmo no no ɔmo ayɛ
na yɛde srɛdeɛ ɛto aba anim ɛne sɛ nadawroma ɔmba mu hunu yɛkwan sɛ ne yɛteɛ te momoa yɛ wɔ yɛkwan no ho cause o paade afiri obi hɔ a wo boa no nso aboa na boa yɛ sɛ monhwɛ yɛkwan na momoa yɛ ne yɛso yɛmfɛ kokoromuti ɛmoa mo ma yɛntimi mbreki 80 no a yɛpɛ sɛ yɛbreki no ne yɛmbreki
sɛ wotae kɔ baabi te sɛ Jowulu Fiesta Junction anaasɛ National Theatre traffic light na se a ayɛ ho sɛ mmeranteɛ bi ɛtae gyinagyina traffic light na se ne obi a okura duster obi a no okura nsuo ne nkrɔfo windscreen anim na ɔmo pepa sɛ de bi ombenya coins kakra de ato bibi na no na UTV kaseɛ yɛ ne mmeranteɛ yi atwetwe nkɔmɔ ebi sɛ ɔmo nie nti ɔmo yɛ sɛ adwuma no na dodo na kra de ato dwa sɛ senka aban betimi aboa mo menya nsa no nnwuma ntetie bi ama menya adwuma bi aya kɛbɛboa pa mo nso so ɔmo asetena mu nsɛm akɔyie
menya adwuma nye wɔ Ghana no ɛkɔ soro papa penam so ma na num hɔ no mpo no United Nations Development Program hwehwɛ mu wɔde beto monte so kyerem sɛ Ghana maburo nipa 6.9 million ɛno ohia buruburu ekukɔtɔtɔ anwea so adɔkoro wɔn sɛ no kɔmoa na wɔpa wɔn ho a wɔn ho wɔn asiri mu aman wohia edi wɔn dem no aman 189 Ghana yɛtɔ so 140 ɛyɛ awerɛho sɛm papa ɛno wɔnam traffic ma maburo ho so sisi wɔn ho so wɔtɔn nneɛma wiakata ban so wɔn a wɔpɛpa amanfo ahwehwɛ anim na wagye taku sempo akaprɛ ansana wɔn sa kɔ nano ɛnam so ma UTV kaseɛbɔ yɛne saafo bi a Jowulu Fiesta Junction ɛna National Theatre traffic light hɔ ɛtwetwe nkɔmɔ bisa wɔn sɛ traffic mu kura wɔ gyina na wɔpɛpa amanfo ka ahwehwɛ anim yi dakoro senko a ɛna wonya
2019 but now me go school but me forget school because me and my papa knew that year my grandmother and kwana ka me so meet me there meet me share my grandmother me ni shi sina me ba streets kakra na me so that year me ye juma
me school me jai JSS am jai na school fees me friend papa pa me osin me de me ko pay scam ko pay juma me timba anapa na me timina tetesi na mako na elme ba ma benya 40 na mako
me side e on say oba kran na woni obi a enam say bia unya adwuma ben na ma kombede o be kwa akofo bia de it's far better say obe back street na be way than say bia be kwa akofo bia de because at times I street e be mu say bia ya konfo na bisaba all the same so e be didi any person avoid the chrono
enu achi na ebitire mu se nye ne adwene pene se daara nko no de ohugya so na ebo makoba ne sa wonyansa no dwuma nko besua papa ma won so no adeche wa kunyuma so ma won sa akona no nanso oboafo ene hwan
de bese obi mboa me na me de on share me electrical so va me ko share obi electricity dwuma na me de mission sa ni pa no betia boa me yakopon be de yakopon so be de bua no no de etu ni post mu bi obia pese mission trader nkase ni bitwi na say police fonta de pam na say nurse fonta de pam na say red akura manage on ta de pam de kama
if like missing mechanical everywhere
there be obi e mo obi person from boa me like machine driving balances and at the same time na me e wo mitrim say me ba kra na person ka me meye adwuma na me fam pension na adwuma bit say hairdressing and van to kwan ko South Africa am ho e street na nya sa na etie o do bi muti sa ba nya nyina me de mo na ka me person obi wo mo bi o de be boa me at least obetima boa me my driving license kra na say obetima boa me maso adwuma bit say hairdressing kra ka me ni beje
Uzafo hana yede mo sire o meka o se nwumre o koda pepsi den se menka ncho se de yesi ye no nyam kese ede maye no wadidi awie de akeka o sim ne ade no otwu se kama se ne be ya o koda de aka wonum no enkofo ha obi emfam no so anopa so a otwu se se pepsi den se edro no eye kama eno na ye apose papa be ma ko se ama o ha obi a enkoba na akofa yare bia de abra o se sanse se eye no nyam ede ma nipa daseni nya edika seboy edibaye midi edi enim ado mene
abena be yi nya no na sedan koma Netric Empire Beauty Salon se obomitino emame o Accra Sominya Road kwan so opposite Agomeda Police Station Mr. Ayano wa friend was 0547 358 076 0547 358 076 yadamu nyina mwase amamumu enerenity